Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tourist Paradise. This is Meshak, and here we are today in Mavoko area of Athi River in some warehouse to pick up a brand new Vogue 525 DS, which is supposed to be delivered to a client down in Malindi at the coast region tomorrow. So be with me throughout this video. Let me show you a few things about this bike. Let's have some little discussion about it, and then we can start riding it.
Balls tuwili twa nini twa kufuga plate na mati zake na washa utapata washa.
Yes, we have just left the warehouse. The bike is brand new, just less than 1 kilometer old, and we are headed back to Nairobi. I'll spend the night with the bike, and then tomorrow I can just embark on the journey to Malindi early in the morning. And for now, we are just along Mombasa highway. I want us to have some little discussion about the motorcycle specs for this beautiful baby here, Vogue 525 DSX. This is a 494cc parallel twin, 494cc parallel twin, liquid cooled double overhead camshafts and 4 valves per cylinder. That is somehow standard for the bikes of that range, but this bike comes with the fuel injection. We don't have carburetors here. This is a bike that the manufacturer claims it produces 47.6 horsepower at around 8,000 rpm and 44 newton meters of torque at almost the same range of rpms. But you need to understand that this motorcycle comes with 2 modes. There is the eco mode, which is the standard, and also sport mode. And sport mode increases the horsepower to around 50, from 47.6 to around 50, and you can really feel it. The difference in 1 horsepower is a lot. You can feel it. Again, the throttle response in the sport mode is quite sharp. Right now I have tested the 2 of them, and I can feel it is different. Something else you need to understand, this bike comes with a 6-speed gearbox. It has gear 1 all the way to gear number 6. The clutch system is the same with other bikes. It's multiple plates that are dipped in oil. Nothing special about this, just a normal engine. But I want you to remember that this bike is manufactured by some Chinese company, but the ones who do the engine are the same people who manufacture BMW GS engines, especially GS 650 Satao, GS 750 and GS 850. Those engines are made by the same company that has manufactured this engine. They are called Lonsin from China. It's a very premium engine. Something else, This bike comes with very premium suspension, and when I say premium, I want you to trust me, it is premium. The front shocks are from KYB suspension. These are the suspension that we find in high-end sport bikes and adventure motorcycles. So these guys are not playing around. We have Kayaba shocks to the front, which are fully adjustable. You can decide the preload you want. You can decide the stiffness you want. You have a lot of things to play around with when it comes to suspension. And also, the rear one is a monoshock, which is also adjustable. So this bike comes with features that we find in high-end adventure and sport motorcycles. Something else, it has double discs to the front, which are 298 millimeters, and the brakes are from Nissin. For the people who know about brakes, we know Brembo, we have Nissin, we have several companies that make brake calipers. These ones are from Nissin, and we find them a lot in Kawasaki and Honda. Superbikes, they come with these brakes, Nissin. So we are combining premium suspension from Kayaba. We are now talking about Nissin brakes, and also the tires are from Metzera. It comes with Metzera Tourance tires, stock Metzera, very expensive tires. And the front one is 110 by 80 size 19. 110 80 size 19. And also to the rear we have 150 70 by 17. And these wheels are spoke wheels. So this bike means business. When it comes to off-road, highway, malm roads, whatever you want, I want to believe that this motorcycle can do. It is not a very heavy bike. It's around 190 kgs, going close to 200 if it has a box like the one I have. You put a couple of things inside the top box, you get to around 200 kgs. It is not a very heavy bike. I'm talking about not being heavy because the other bike that we got in the country of that category was the Benelli TRK 502. Yeah, it's a direct challenger to the Vogue, and Benelli failed to satisfy the users because of the weight. It is quite slow, and it is slow because it is heavy. If only the company can just go back to the drawing board and find out what added all the extra weight, because we are talking about around 230 kgs compared to bikes that are lower than 200 kgs. This bike, the one I have right now, the Vogue 525, the only bike I can compare it with is the Honda CB500X. Honda CB500X, the power delivery, the size, some of these features in technology, you can compare it with the Honda CB. And this bike comes with ABS. Don't forget we have the ABS brakes, and we also have traction control. So if anything goes wrong, the bike wants to slide, we have traction control. So we are talking about an entry level into the world of adventure with a lot of technology. These are things we find in KTM bikes, from KTM 390, KTM 790. Some of these features are found in KTMs. And again, the tires that this bike is coming with, the Metzera Tourance, are the same tires you find in KTM motorcycles. So if you're buying a KTM bike, especially the 390 Adventure, they come straight from factory with Metzera Tourance. So the Vogue guys have borrowed a lot of things from other companies, trying to make their bike as affordable as possible, but also as premium as possible. Right now we are stuck in Mombasa highway traffic, headed to Nairobi, and I want just to take the bike home, take a rest, then plan myself for tomorrow because I need to leave Nairobi quite early. and see how long I'll take to get down to Malindi. Remember, it is a brand new motorcycle. I got it 0 mileage a few minutes ago. We cannot push it, we cannot test speed, we cannot do a lot of things right now. We have to give it time for what we call engine braking. It is a very, very important period in every engine's life. You should be very careful on how you ride that motorcycle. So I'll have to leave early tomorrow, take the bike a little slower all the way down to the coast and see how beautiful this is going to be. I want to believe I'll enjoy the journey because so far so good. I am feeling the bike is responding properly. It is not heavy even in heavy traffic. The bike is maneuverable, it's quite nimble. You can fix yourself in between vehicles. You just need to know how to ride huge bikes in traffic. It's a very beautiful bike. I want to believe the owner of this one will enjoy a lot. My name is Meshak. If you want to buy a motorcycle from Nairobi and get it delivered anywhere in the country, you can always contact me. This is a client who just bought it from Nairobi PowerBikes and requested that I deliver the bike all the way to Malindi, which I'm going to fulfill. That is a promise that I'm going to fulfill. Have fun, enjoy, and stay safe. See you around. Tomorrow as we go down to the coast, we'll have a lot of discussion about this bike. I will also give my feedback on the 100 kilometers later, from 0 to 100 kilometers, and tell you what I feel, what I think about the bike after riding it for 100 kilometers. And then we'll talk about the bike after almost the 600 kilometers down to the coast. See you around. God be with you. Meshak here, Tourist Paradise. Stay safe.